Now tonight at 11, we're taking a look at how many young people are affected by gun violence in our community. In my Digging Deeper report tonight, a divine difference. Hear how a mother who lost her son and a basketball coach at a youth center are hoping to save those kids' lives. Latoya Moore remembering her son 4 years later.
His first love was basketball ever since he was a little guy.
New Year's Eve 2018, 16-year-old Marlon Davis Jr. was in the passenger seat of a car driving along Lafayette Street when someone began shooting at the car.
The vehicle was shot 12 times. He was trying to save his girlfriend, so he jumped on top of her.
Police say his girlfriend immediately took him to the hospital.
I jump up, I put clothes on.
Then those words she never wanted to hear.
The doctor came out and was like, he didn't make it. I'm like, he didn't make what? What are you talking about? What's going on?
Marlon died in the hospital, and police still don't have a suspect.
Someone out here is not accountable.
Each year on the anniversary, Moore honors her son's life. But this year, it's bigger than that.
City Life was his home for playing basketball.
That brings us here to a place called the City Life Center. It's located on Calhoun Street.
He actually started going here because he got in a fight.
It's a youth center geared towards helping middle and high school students on the southeast side of Fort Wayne.
There's a certain place where there is a gap space. Sometimes we focus so much on our very, very young youth that we forget about our high schoolers and our middle schoolers, and they get lost sometimes.
Marlon came here to play basketball, get tutoring, make friends, and most importantly, learn respect.
They know when they hit this door, all that behavior, it goes out the door.
On the wall behind Moore, her son's name on a list of homicides happening in Fort Wayne since 2013. On that list, 29 were below the age of 18. Moore wants that number to go down, and she believes City Life can help.
This area has a lot of stigma and statistics, and I want people to know that this building will help your children and yourself, even as adults, get past those numbers and statistics and what they say that we can't conquer.
Moore says while she lost her own son to that violence, she knows he was on his way to getting a second chance.
Seeing that representation of black men pour into other black men was so motivating and important to him. This place holds a special place right here. It stops a lot of shootings that's going on, a lot of the stealing that happens, a lot of the fights after school that happens.
On the southeast side, you're going to have to live through some adversity. I myself grew up on Hannah and Drexel, and I remember going to sleep wondering if somebody was going to break in my house. I remember going to sleep wondering how many sirens I might hear.
Someone helping mentor those young people, City Life basketball coach Ephraim Scott Smiley III.
If we were to look at the statistics of what a lot of the kids on the southeast side of town are facing, whether that's byproducts of poverty, violence and crime that take place, and the factors that play into that violence.
Smiley says a lot of kids on the southeast side dream of shooting hoops for the NBA, but he says they have to face the reality that going pro is the exception rather than the rule.
When basketball is over, too many of our kids think life is over. We give kids an opportunity to become the best basketball player they can be, while also introducing them to other avenues that they might take as they become better people along the way.
He says the key to saving young people from the violence, giving them a mentor and reminding them they matter.
The streets say you take everything into your own hands. God's word says that vengeance belongs to him. The streets say, you know, somebody hit you, you hit them back. God's word says forgive.
Smiley says he's proof it's possible.
Look at me. I'm a kid who got D's and F's at times at school, was voted least likely to succeed, and now there's a mural of me at the Starbucks on Fairfield.
The mural, part of the Faces of the Fort project, featuring people making a difference.
When I think about Marlon, This is home. And Andy and, you know, the other young men, this was home to them. This is a place where when kids graduate, they'll come back and say, man, I remember this is what we did here.
City Life leaders are hosting the first annual Mad Dash basketball tournament Friday, which stands for Making a Divine Difference Amongst Societal History. Players will be thinking of Moore's son Marlon on the court and the other young people who lost their lives far too soon.
It's a tournament to remember Marlon, but there are so many more Marlons left, and we can't do it all. But if we all come together, we can conquer it all.
Certainly a powerful message there. And so, you know, that basketball tournament is happening tomorrow. That's at the Gen D Athletic Center or the Summit from 10 until 3. Anyone is welcome to attend.